Hey, good morning. I'm Karen. This is Veronica Streams Coaching and Tarot. So today is Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and do our daily reading. Trying to kind of stay up on things while I'm traveling. Just a different equipment's hard. But that's okay. So we are using Astro Matrix because it's the only deck I brought with me. We'll just take a look at current situation and the influences surrounding that. So let's get started today. A little bit bright, but if I turn off the light, it's dark, so I opt for too bright. I guess I could move over maybe. I don't know, it's a little bright, but that's okay. So let's get started. I was already shuffling a lot before I started, so I'm gonna take a second. Let's do this, guys. Okay, so current situation. Judgment. I love this Judgment. It's so much like it is the Phoenix, and it's just a beautiful card. Okay. Present influence, please. 5 of Wands. Future influence. 4 of Swords. What we don't see. Happiness. Sun. What to watch for. 6 of Swords. Challenge today. Knight of Wands. Strength. 7 of Swords. And where does this lead? Hierophant. Advice. Empress. Anything more on the Hierophant? Ooh, that was loud. Let me do it this way, away from the light. Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Keep in mind this is there's something here about your passion, or maybe something that's really motivating you right now. I'm feeling like this Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck is more the energy of the Queen. So I do feel like it's really about passions and, again, that fire energy. Especially when I see that Phoenix, because I feel like there's flames in that, or Judgment card. There just feels like a lot of fire going on here. I feel like, so what I'm overall getting the feel of is there's some kind of confusion a little bit. So there is this energy of the Judgment, and this is totally rebirth, new beginnings, or I'm not going to say new beginnings because it's more like rekindling, coming back, something's coming back around. Phoenix is coming out of the ashes, right? Coming out and going back. When I think of the Phoenix, I think of that energy. I think of someone like beating cancer, or having a really tough time and then coming out of it like gangbusters. And I feel like that's what that energy is. There's something that is resparking and being rekindled. However, with the 5 of Wands, I didn't do an unexpected. Let me do, what is unexpected? Because that's an important thing to me. Okay, look at that, King of Wands. 5 of Wands is in our present influence. And I think because of this rekindlization, there is some kind of conflict happening here. I do feel like it's a challenge. And it reminds me of being challenged in the respect that we're going back to that Queen of Wands energy of being motivated and having energy, almost like I got to get this done. And the reason why I say that too is the 4 of Swords is showing up in our future influence, which is about rest and healing and taking the appropriate time. I feel like it's important to take that time. That 4 of Swords is, I think, when that comes in, that influence, which is soon, it's just about, I almost feel like it's about an energy of realization, but not, it's like sometimes when we take a step back and really take ourselves out of a situation is when we can see it clearly. And I think I say that because of the 5 of Wands being a conflict and we need to see things a little more clearly. There's no moon here, but I do feel like there's I mean, it's probably just within yourself. I'm not sure what life area this is. There's, well, basically swords and wands. So this could be a lot about being in your head a little bit, but it's not a bad way. Because even in the strength, the Seven of Swords kind of taking back what's yours. I'm going to look at the book on that Seven of Swords because he just looks sneaky as all get out. Look at him. He looks sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Not good. Being resourceful, admitting any betrayal. And maybe that's the strength. Okay, so admitting betrayal, understanding that you've been betrayed. How interesting. Okay, we'll keep going. So what you don't see though is the sun. There is like a lot of joy here, but I feel like there's something blocking that joy. Like there's something, that conflict. The reason why you don't see this is that conflict is in your way. But I feel like it is in your head. The more I look at these cards, the more swords I see. Like, well, literally we've got swords and wands and a couple majors. Like literally, like that's what we got. So, well, we got a few majors, but, and I think it's important to remember that there's joy around you. And that's why we don't see it right now. For some reason, we've got a huge block on that. And the Six of Swords is, you know, moving away from something, but moving to something better. A lot of times it comes from that Five of Swords, right? The Six of Swords comes after the Five of Swords. So we've been hurt, we've been betrayed, right? Again, our strength is seeing that betrayal and understanding it. It's very interesting. I'm almost getting kind of sad. Like it feels like maybe someone's been betraying you, but not betraying you like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, yeah, I'm not thinking betrayal like, you know, in a relationship and your partner stepping out on you. Not that kind of betrayal. It feels to me more like a real personal betrayal. Like, someone going back on their word. But it could be too taking back what's yours because it is in the strength. But it could be also recognizing something that you need to recognize, and that could be the Six of Swords. Like, I'm moving on. This is ridiculous. I see things. I got to take back my life, and being that this is an influence you need to watch for. I think that's the key here, is to determine at what point do you walk away. And being that the Seven of Swords is in your strength, you'll be able to see that and understand it. I pulled the unexpected King of Wands later. So I do feel like there's someone that comes in that kind of slaps you around a little bit. I don't mean it in any weird way, but you know, like, okay, wake up, girl, wake up, guy. You're not seeing things as they should be. This conflict has you wrapped up in your head with these swords. So when I see the swords, I'm thinking maybe there's things happening that are in your head, not in real life, where this fire energy, there's something here that really motivates you with that Queen of Wands, and then we've got a King of Wands. I do feel like too, because these two are there, this could be a relationship. It could be a friendship, but whatever it is, because it's the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, I would say it would be a really tight relationship. The Hierophant here is where this all leads, and I feel like it leads to a true understanding of something, but I am going to look at the meaning of the Hierophant because in this book it talks about maintaining spiritual mindfulness, but I don't feel like that's what this is. And then, it could lead to some kind of commitment, because I said, okay, well, what comes next? I've got Hierophant in the outcome, and this is what comes next is the Six of Wands. So there is some kind of recognition here of, I think of what's right. I'm looking at this as somewhat of a judgment or a justice card energy, where what's really right here, and true to yourself a little bit. But I do feel like there's some kind of understanding happening here. Hence the Six of Wands coming after this. Now our challenge is the Knight of Wands. I feel like this is more of this fire energy that's going on here, this motivation. I'm going to say I feel like this is that King of Wands coming in. It's the only reason why it's a challenge is because it is unexpected. And I could be, these two could be the same energy. But I also feel like the challenge is kind of moving forward and really chasing those dreams and really chasing what motivates you inside. There's a lot of conflicted little energy here, and that's why I feel like with the swords, it's saying what we're conflicted about is really in our head, and is it really happening or not? So just something to think about today as you move forward. If you're feeling really pulled in any kind of direction, take a look at that and see, well, maybe am I being in my head, or is it real? And the Empress is our advice today, and I feel like that is truly about, I always see, when I see this come up as advice, it's about love yourself and those around you. Make sure you're nurturing yourself as much as you're nurturing anyone else, because if you don't nurture yourself, you can't nurture anyone else. You have to take care of you. And I think that's going to be really important as far as, just in general. I think this is a good advice anyway. Like, it truly is. I'm going to pull a couple extra cards here. Can you tell me about this King of Wands and unexpected, please? Something you're holding on to, but it feels like you're trying to make a decision about them. It could be a person for sure. And tell me about the Hierophant. I'm confused about that. Temperance, Strength, and Three of Wands. It's like, hang on, stay balanced, stay strong, because you will be recognized and things will come together. And I feel like almost, if with that clarifying being the Temperance, the Strength, and the Three of Wands, Temperance being emotional balance, Strength being inner strength, and then the Three of Wands, things are happening the way, things are happening. The Three of Wands is your ships are coming in, things will develop. And then we have the Six of Wands after. So I feel like if you look at this card, he's sitting really still. And I feel like that's kind of what's going to happen here. Your outcome, this is saying that you're going to be in a place of more balance, because you're going to understand that something's coming in, and it's kind of like hanging on to the truth. Like, you're going to hang on to the true truth, the real truth, the spiritual truth. Just the way he's sitting there, I feel like it's more of, there's an epiphany happening here. And that's, again, the Six of Wands after that. When we have some kind of epiphany, we're recognizing maybe something. I really like this. I really like this energy. I think it's good. I think it'll be a little bit tough with this Five of Wands. And is there anything else we need to know today, specifically about today in general? Seven of Wands, Six of Cups, and Three of Pentacles. So, stay true to yourself. Take care of yourself. There is like some, a greater force working here with that Three of Pentacles. I feel like that's saying, you're working with a good team. Recognize that it's okay to stand up for yourself, and it's okay to stand up for, to almost like it's what you've learned in the past. If you need to stand up for yourself, remember what you've done in the past, because that will put you in that, whatever group you're working in or whatever project or whatever. It reminds me kind of be confident in this situation, because you've learned a lot from the past, and stand up for yourself. I feel like that's what this is. So I hope you enjoyed this. Take care, and please, anytime, I appreciate the likes and the comments. I know this is a little odd setup, but that's probably how I'm going to have to do it when I travel for a while. So anyway, take care. Have a beautiful day.